Ever get that sense that your kindness is sailing under the radar, or worse, going unappreciated? You're not alone. We've all been brought up with the golden rule: be generous. But what if being overly generous doesn't always pay off? It's a bit of a reality check in today's fast-paced world. The more we pour out, the less seems to flow back in return. And it's not just about money or time. It's about our good vibes and peace of mind. Ever heard of Stoicism? It's like the life coach that encourages balance and self-preservation, yet we often find ourselves caught up in overdrive. Today, let's dig into a side of generosity that might have slipped past your radar. I've got 8 eye-opening effects of being a bit too generous, and I'll throw in 4 Stoic principles to help you find that sweet spot. It's not about being stingy, it's about being savvy with your giving and unlocking a more satisfying life. Number 1. Ever feel like your kindness might be mistaken for weakness? Let's keep it real. Stoicism, the guru of inner strength and self-control, teaches us the art of setting boundaries and practicing discipline. But here's the twist. If you're always the helping hand, you might unknowingly become the go-to person for everyone's problems. Imagine this. You never turn down a request, and before you know it, you're drowning in responsibilities, feeling overwhelmed, exhausted, and frankly, a bit frustrated. Now consider the magic that happens when you start saying no in a firm but polite way. Suddenly, people see you in a new light. You evolve from the perpetual yes person into someone who values themselves, someone with clear boundaries. It's a total game changer. Saying no isn't just a refusal, it's a bold declaration. It transforms how people perceive you. You're no longer an easy target. You become someone who stands up for themselves, someone worthy of respect. It's not just about what you do for others, it's also about how you treat yourself. Establishing boundaries broadcasts that you respect yourself, signaling to others that they should too. So, the next time you're tempted to say yes when you want to say no, remember this. Saying no isn't just a word. It's a powerful statement about your worth. Stand your ground. It's a symbol of strength, not weakness. Number 2. Ever felt the weight of disappointment from unrealistically high expectations? Here's a nugget of Stoic wisdom. Tying your happiness to others' actions might be a bit of a roller coaster. When you're generous, it's savvy not to expect a grand return. Why? Well, it shields you from potential letdowns and keeps your emotional balance intact. But, let's be real. It's easier said than done. You're out there, spreading kindness, maybe hoping for a little acknowledgement or a pat on the back. But what if it doesn't come? That's where we trip up. In the realm of expectations. Imagine being the go-to person, always ready to help, thinking others will do the same for you. When they don't, it stings. You end up feeling drained and a bit let down. The hiccup. We expect others to mirror our actions, but reality doesn't always play along. Stoicism drops a truth bomb. We can't control what others do, only how we respond. It's tough to give without expecting something in return, but here's the magic. When you give without strings attached, you find a kind of freedom. You're doing it because you want to, not because you're waiting for a round of applause. So, the next time you extend a hand, try letting go of those expectations. Don't hang around for a thank you or a return favor. The real gold is in the act of giving itself, not in what you get back. This mindset keeps you cool, collected, and unfazed by whatever comes your way. Number 3. Ever think that being overly generous might be magnetizing the wrong crowd? Here's a Stoic gem. The vibes you send out attract similar energies. When you're a positive force, you naturally draw in people who are genuine and giving. But here's the twist. If you're giving to the point of exhaustion, watch out. You might be inviting the wrong crew. Instead of kindred spirits, you could find yourself surrounded by those who are more interested in taking than giving. Imagine this scene. You're the go-to person who never says no, always ready to lend a hand. Sounds amazing, right? But soon, you realize the people around you aren't giving back. They're just there to receive. Worse yet, you might even attract those who exploit your generosity, the opportunists. So, what's the Stoic remedy? It's all about finding balance and recognizing when your generosity hits the limit. Setting boundaries becomes crucial. By doing so, you preserve your energy and attract the right kind of people, those who appreciate what you bring and are willing to give in return. Think of it as a two-way street. Surround yourself with individuals who respect and acknowledge your contributions. To achieve that, you must respect your own limits. Give, but don't let it drain you. This way, you cultivate relationships built on mutual respect and genuine connection, not just one-sided giving. That's the Stoic way, balanced, respectful, and authentically real. Number 4, ever felt like you're getting lost in the shuffle of others' needs? Stoic wisdom nudges us toward living with reason and virtue, highlighting the importance of knowing when to prioritize ourselves. When you consistently find yourself entangled in other people's issues, you might be dodging your own internal struggles. Imagine those solitary moments, the hollowness, the quiet, the yearning. It's tough, and often we dive into helping others to avoid confronting these emotions. I vividly remember a time when I was exactly in that space, always agreeing, perpetually stepping in to assist. It felt satisfying initially, but then I noticed my own dreams collecting dust. The realization hit hard. I was using generosity as a shield, hiding from my aspirations and fears. The result? By consistently serving others, you risk losing touch with your own essence. Your voice gets drowned in the clamor of everyone else's demands. In those rare, quiet moments, all the fear and pain you've evaded come rushing back. Stoics teach a profound lesson. Tending to our needs isn't selfish, it's indispensable. It's about preserving our identity, setting boundaries, and charting our unique path. It isn't just beneficial for us, it's the key to an authentic life. So, the next time you feel the pull to immerse yourself in others' problems, pause for a moment, confront those challenging feelings head-on, stay true to your desires and needs, and learn to say no when necessary. By honoring your limits, you'll be in a much stronger position to help others in a wholesome, balanced manner. Number 5. Ever felt like you're stuck in the constant giving trap? Stoic philosophy champions moderation, especially in the generosity department. It's like steering a ship through a sea of never-ending demands. When you give too much, people start expecting it. They get used to you always being the one to step up. Initially, it might feel good, but it's a slippery slope. People naturally lean towards what's easy. If you're always solving problems, others won't feel the need to rise to the occasion because they trust you've got it covered. But this dynamic isn't just about them. It takes a toll on you. You end up carrying burdens that aren't yours, draining both your energy and emotional well-being. Stoicism advises finding balance. Give, but not to the point where you lose yourself. When you set boundaries and step back a bit, something fascinating happens. People realize they can't always rely on you. They start taking responsibility for their challenges, benefiting both them and you. A profound quote by Seneca sums it up perfectly. True generosity is giving what is needed, not just what is asked for. This quote reminds us that sometimes the most impactful gift is not fulfilling every request, but empowering others to address their own needs. In this balance, we find the essence of true generosity, enriching everyone involved without depleting anyone. By practicing balanced generosity, you retain control over your life and steer clear of the sickly of constant giving. Remember, it's not just about being generous, it's about being wisely generous. This way, you assist others without losing yourself. And that, my friend, is the genuine art of giving. Number 6. Did you ever think that excessive kindness might breed suspicion? Stoicism urges us to live authentically, aiming for a reputation rooted in genuine kindness. Yet, in a world where true kindness is a rare gem, being excessively kind can raise eyebrows. People might wonder, why is this person so generous? What's in it for them? It's not necessarily cynicism. It's often just a realistic response. Kindness with no apparent strings attached can trigger suspicion because people are accustomed to hidden agendas. Many have encountered individuals who seemed kind but had self-serving motives, making them cautious and skeptical about genuine acts of kindness. This doesn't mean stifling your generosity. It's about finding equilibrium. Be kind, but also be transparent. Let your actions reflect your integrity. It's not about seeking approval. It's about staying true to your values. Over time, consistent and balanced kindness has the power to dismantle walls of suspicion, unveiling the sincerity of your intentions. This authenticity is precisely what Stoicism upholds, a virtue that withstands the tests of time and skepticism. Number 7. Ever thought about the risk of falling into addiction due to an imbalance in giving? Stoicism waves a cautionary flag, emphasizing the perils of losing equilibrium in life, especially in generosity. It's a call for moderation and self-control. When you find yourself perpetually giving and being the pillar others lean on, it can take a toll. The stress and emotional drainage might lead you to seek coping mechanisms, and that's where the peril of addiction can quietly slink in. Whether it's overeating, excessive drinking, or immersing too deeply in gaming, the allure is anything that fills the void created by constant giving. Stoicism advises us to heed the voices of those close to us. If a friend or family member expresses concern about our habits, it's worth taking note. Often, we slip into denial when faced with the prospect of addiction. It's simpler to brush off their worries than confront the issue. Yet these observations typically spring from a place of care and love. Acknowledging their feedback becomes a stride toward self-awareness and personal growth. It's crucial to understand that those who care aren't aiming to criticize or judge. They're safeguarding our well-being. Taking their concerns seriously becomes a way of honoring ourselves and embarking on a journey toward a life of balance. This is the essence of Stoicism in real life. Utilizing moderation and self-control to sidestep addictive behaviors that could jeopardize our health and happiness. Ultimately, recognizing and addressing these risks isn't a sign of weakness. It's a testament to our strength. It demonstrates a commitment to our well-being and a dedication to living in harmony with Stoic principles of balance and self-awareness. Number 8. You're the go-to person when friends are in a bind. Feels good, right? But there's a subtle realization. You're the savior in tough times, yet the invites to weekend barbecues and casual hangouts are conspicuously absent. You're the reliable help in challenging moments, yet when it's time for laughter and shared memories, you find yourself on the sidelines. It's like you're deemed good enough to lend a hand but not to share a smile. This awareness can sting. You're more than just a helper, after all. You're a person seeking fun and companionship. It's a common scenario. People often pigeonhole others based on their utility. If you're always the helper, that becomes your label. The downside? You miss out on being seen as a friend, a peer. It's not just unfair, it's a wake-up call, making you question, am I valued for who I am, or just for what I can do for others? Now, let's explore the Stoic perspective. Stoicism isn't about suppressing emotions, it's about understanding human nature and acting wisely. This situation becomes an opportunity to reevaluate your relationships, testing your ability to discern who values you as a person and who sees you as a means to an end. It's tough but essential. You learn to identify genuine friendships and distance yourself from one-sided relationships. Additionally, Stoicism encourages reflecting on your role in these dynamics. Are you perpetuating this pattern by always saying yes? Are you neglecting to express your own needs and desires in friendships? It's about finding a balance between helping others and staying true to yourself. By setting boundaries and expressing your own needs, you open the door to more authentic connections. You start attracting people who value you for your entire being, not just your willingness to help. Navigating these pitfalls is about self-respect and mutual respect, about choosing to invest time and energy in people who appreciate you wholly. This approach not only aligns with Stoic principles but also paves the way for more fulfilling and balanced relationships. Now let's dive into strategies to prevent others from taking advantage of your generosity. Strategy 1. Becoming a pro at saying no for a balanced life. In the world of Stoic philosophy, time and energy are like gold, incredibly valuable. They emphasize smartly managing these resources. That's where the superpower of saying no comes in. Saying no isn't just a simple rejection. It's a way of respecting yourself and recognizing your limits. It's about realizing that you don't have to say yes to every request or demand that comes your way. Some of us have been taught to think of no as a negative thing, maybe even as being uncooperative or rude. But the real negativity comes from overcommitting and agreeing to things that make us overwhelmed or unhappy. Saying no isn't being pessimistic, it's being smart. It's about safeguarding your well-being and putting your energy where it really counts. Start by practicing saying no in low-pressure situations. Stand in front of a mirror and get comfortable saying it confidently yet politely. Each time you say no, remember you're not just rejecting a request. You're actively choosing how to spend your precious time. You're standing up for your priorities, your time, and your energy. This isn't selfish. It's about taking care of yourself. Keep in mind that saying no is a skill that you can develop. It might feel a bit awkward initially, but with practice, it becomes a powerful tool for keeping balance in your life. By mastering the art of saying no, you're not just saying no to unnecessary stress, you're saying yes to a life that aligns with what truly matters to you. It's a crucial step toward living a life that reflects your values and priorities. Strategy 2. Tapping into your emotions for a more balanced life. In the world of Stoicism, being in tune with yourself is a big deal. It's all about understanding your emotions and reactions, a crucial aspect of keeping your life in harmony. This strategy is centered around paying attention to your feelings as signals of whether you're giving too much. The Stoics weren't fans of suppressing emotions. Instead, they believed in deeply understanding them. Start by noticing how you feel when you help others. Ideally, acts of kindness should bring a sense of satisfaction and joy, a feeling like walking on clouds, a lightness that comes from genuine generosity. But if helping leaves you feeling tired, resentful, or taken advantage of, that's a clear sign something's not right. These feelings act as your internal compass, indicating when it's time to reassess your boundaries. If you consistently feel negative emotions after helping someone, it's a signal that the act of giving is costing you more than it should. To put this strategy into action, take moments to reflect after helping someone. Ask yourself, how do I feel right now? Am I energized or drained? Do I feel valued or used? This self-reflection isn't about guilt or judging yourself. It's an honest self-assessment. Recognizing and honoring your feelings isn't selfish. It's a way of taking care of yourself. By tuning into your emotions, you can make adjustments to your giving habits. This might involve setting limits, saying no more often, or being more selective about who and how you help. Embracing this Stoic approach of self-awareness helps you strike the right balance between helping others and looking after yourself. Strategy 3. Avoiding energy drainers. According to Stoicism, being discerning and practicing self-discipline are vital virtues, especially in relationships. This strategy focuses on recognizing and distancing yourself from people who drain your energy, often referred to as energy vampires. These individuals consistently leave you feeling worn out, overwhelmed, and emotionally drained. Energy vampires tend to be marked by constant complaints, a negative outlook, and a habit of magnifying problems. They thrive on drama and negativity, rarely seeking solutions or positive outcomes, which can significantly deplete your mental and emotional reserves. The Stoic approach to dealing with such relationships isn't about being harsh, it's about wise discernment. It involves acknowledging that some people, despite your efforts to help, may not change or benefit from your support. They might not be inherently bad, but their impact on your well-being can be seriously negative. It's crucial to set clear boundaries with these individuals. If someone consistently leaves you feeling worse after interactions, it's a signal to reassess that relationship. This doesn't mean abruptly cutting people off or becoming indifferent to their struggles. Instead, it's about limiting your exposure to their negativity and safeguarding your emotional health. In practice, this could involve setting time limits for interactions, adjusting the type of support you provide, or even taking a break from the relationship if needed. Remember, Stoicism teaches us that we can't control others, only our reactions to them. By choosing where and with whom to invest your energy, you're applying Stoic wisdom and practicing self-care. Strategy 4. Respecting your time and personal space. In Stoicism, the principles of self-discipline and self-respect take center stage. This strategy emphasizes the importance of creating time and space for yourself. It's about dedicating moments to activities that bring you joy and relaxation, whether it's practicing yoga, drawing, or simply savoring a cup of tea while listening to music. These moments are crucial for your well-being. Consider this self-care time as an appointment with yourself, just as significant as any other commitment in your schedule. Prioritize completing your tasks efficiently so that you can allocate time for these revitalizing activities. Take this practice seriously by scheduling it regularly, whether on a daily or weekly basis. Here's the key part. If someone asks for your help during your designated self-care time, remember your commitment to yourself. It's perfectly fine to say no. This isn't about being uncooperative or indifferent. It's about respecting your own needs. You can be polite yet firm, explaining that you have prior commitments to yourself. If you want to be accommodating, you can offer assistance at another time, but make it clear that your availability has limits. Following Stoic principles, your time and personal space are not just valuable. They are non-negotiable aspects of your life deserving respect. By honoring these personal boundaries, you're not only practicing self-care but also demonstrating to others how to treat you with the same respect. This approach helps you maintain a healthy balance between assisting others and taking care of your own needs. Stoic wisdom underscores the importance of balance in every aspect of life, including generosity. Giving too little might make us seem selfish, while excessive giving can deplete our energy, time, and even financial resources. The sweet spot lies in those nuanced gray areas, where we strike the right balance between aiding others and looking after ourselves. When in doubt about whether to give or not, remember that the word no can be your best ally. This is especially crucial in uncomfortable or unsafe situations, such as a stranger offering you a ride. Prioritizing your safety and well-being is perfectly acceptable. If you found value in our video, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel, and leave a comment. Your support helps YouTube recognize the impact of our content, enabling us to produce more videos to assist individuals like you in navigating life's complexities with wisdom and balance.